I'm applying to your static by Misshapen Chair.
Greetings, travelers. I have a confession to make. I actually have thousands of alt accounts across all data centers. I am the person in every single party finder group that has caused a wipe ever.
Because I'll explain it to you once more so that you can understand
I'm
it.
watching a video!
I don't give a shit what other fucking healers do. I do not care what they do. I'm the conjurer. I know my class, and I will see what I can do and what I cannot do. I don't give a fuck what other healers do, bro.
Same, dude. I agree.
Yep, I'm the one who forgot to press arm's length during Junction Shiva, the one who messed up your platforms in E9S, and even the one who screwed up the puddles somehow in E10S. As most people are aware, there is new content being added into Final Fantasy XIV. This time around is something called an expansion.
Wow!
And eventually we're going to get more Savage content and Ultimate content. So I'm here to put in my application to join your team so that you can so that you can help me. Alright, let's go over my qualifications. Am I a valuable asset to the team? Just by looking at my YouTube videos, you might be able to get an idea of what I'm capable of playing. So suffice to say, I can play Samurai. Now, am I a good Samurai player? Well, I have at least one body pillow, so that's a pretty good start. I've also watched a lot of anime over my time in this mortal plane when I have at least one body.
Oh, she's kind of cute, though. Although I'm a little bit scared of, like... Oh, wait! She's fucking naked! That's why Yoshi's face is there! Right, I understand now. Okay, I got it.
Pillow, so that's a pretty good start. I've also watched a lot of anime over my time in this mortal plane when I was supposed to be studying the blade. So I guess putting all that together cancels out because I'm pretty mediocre. Now, how much damage does that come out to? Enough to beat the hardest DPS checks in the game. I'm very much the epitome of adequacy. Now, I know what some people are probably going to say. Hang on a second, Chair. I've seen you stream before. Don't you play Astro? In fact, I swear you've cleared E10S with a 100% clear rate on Gunbreaker. And to that I say, every clear of hard content that I've done on other jobs is a fever dream to me. Thankfully, I was only capable of clearing the tier with Echo, which is better than not clearing at all, while still being somewhat disappointing. In addition to Savage, I've also cleared some other very important content. Ever heard of this little fight called Titania Normal?
Yikes.
Yeah, I've cleared it before. Or what about the Seed of Suck? I'll have you know that I pressed the tank limit break 3 at the correct time at least once.
Unironically, not a bad quality. Why? Because people can't fucking do it. I've died more than once to that. And also, like, I don't think tank LB3 is even enough for you to live, either. Like, you have to have some kind of mitigation, too. So sometimes you tank LB and then, like, some people still die.
And I know that you're getting a little too aroused after hearing that one, but you know what else I've done? Beaten Mist Dragon from the burn. Even more impressive. Dude. I know that one is not a...
Did anyone actually find that hard, by the way? Like, did anyone... who actually found Mist Dragon hard? Like, did people just find it hard just because it did damage? Was that it? Like, what else was hard about it? Yeah, I know in Duty Finder, yeah. I just mean, like, did anyone here personally? That's crazy, dude. Like, you're all saying yes. Oh my god. What the fuck? That's crazy. I don't think I ever found parties that struggled on it. Man, that's fucking wild, dude. I can't believe people complain about dungeon content being hard. That's a toxic thing to say. I know! But holy shit. Your stuff is made for story. Like, it's meant to be as hard as solo Wait, people complain about those too. Never mind!
Prime number. Although this isn't going to be directly related to Final Fantasy XIV, I also upload videos to YouTube without my parents' permission.
Yeah, I'm watching.
But I know what
like
people
these videos.
really want to see. That's right, you wanted to see my illegal number profile. Well, let's take a look now that I went and cleared the raid tier off stream by coercing a group of players to help out. Boom. That's right. Don't look at those jobs.
No, that's actually not
it
that
looks
bad.
Pretty good until you realize that this is echo raid parsing, which means nothing to anybody.
Echo. Oh,
Here are my
okay,
actual numbers from real, non-echo sweaty gaming. And if you ask me, this is more impressive than any other player in existence.
True.
How the fuck is anyone going to be able to compete with?
Realistically, though, like, if we put the satire aside for 1 second, you don't need, I'm just going to leave that number on screen. You don't need, you know, orange logs to, like, get into ultimate groups and shit. Ultimate groups shouldn't really expect them either. If you're consistent and you can learn mechanics and you can prog, like, you haven't got to have run the fights fucking 30 times for logs to be capable of clearing ultimate. So always keep that in mind. If you're like, man, my fucking logs are terrible. Like, yeah, you might want to be above grey. But when it comes to applying for groups and shit, like, any self-respecting group will look at more than just the raw number. So keep that in mind. If you're consistent and you can learn and you know how the game works, you know how to fit into buffs, you know what your mitigation does, you know what group synergy is. If you're not a piece of shit and you treat people with respect, then yeah, you're in with a good shot. Chin up.
That. I've also dropped my...
I've seen players go from green to purple thanks to ultimate. That's also true. Ultimates do help you get, like, better at the game to an extent. At least mechanically. I think, personally. It's okay to be grey. Like, if you're consistently grey, then something is wrong. Because even without much gear, you can be above grey if you're playing correctly. So, like, if people are consistently sucking with grey passes, then, that's a fucking issue. But, there comes a point where raw passes alone become less important than the contents of the log.
Buffs at least 1 billion times per encounter. And I'm also known for being able to drift my Higginbana like I'm getting paid to do so.
Nice!
As we all know, there is a clause in high-end content that says if you drift your dot on Samurai, the clear is illegitimate. It's unfortunate how illegitimate my Savage career has been. Now that you understand what my skill set looks like, I'll move into the next standard interview question. What am I looking for in a static? Well, it's simple, really. We just need to clear the content. Eventually. We will probably start actually progging like a couple of weeks after everyone is already done being sweaty and everything's already figured out for me. That way I can look at all those sick strategies that people come up with that are supposed to be temporary until someone comes up with something better, but we just end up using the same half-baked strategy because we don't want to relearn everything and it also somehow becomes Party Finder standard. You see, even with all those advantages, the strats will simply hit my brain and be neutralized by my absolute sheer blockheadedness. So hang on, what's that when you put it all together? Is that a medium core group? Yeah, I don't really know these new fancy terms since I'm 107.
Those terms have so many different meanings to people that, like, having those labels just kind of sucks. I've seen so much discussion about it. At the end of the day, like, you kind of just are what you are. The labels aren't that important. Unless you're looking for, like, a minimum when you're searching for a group.
76 years old. I also just want gear because I like seeing big numbers. And maybe casually do ultimate eventually, maybe probably not. With my goals established to see if they align with the company vision, you'll want to know if my personality will mesh well with your group. Well, I have some pretty extreme principles when it comes to running hard content, so get ready. I'm okay with losing a little uptime for a safer strategy, so
damn, dude.
Clear. I know.
Hang on. Fuck off.
Oh, I know. That's pretty wild. I also believe that mental fortitude is important, so I always keep Nekopara open on the side so that I can pat heads when I get stressed out after fucking up the same mechanic 8 times in a row because my brain shuts off during release on Lions. Please fucking forgive me. I will say that my mental is usually pretty okay. This next one will come as a shock, but I deal with my emotions by filtering it through sarcasm. I bet you never could have guessed that. But if you can't handle me at my worst...
Hey, that's what us Brits do quite a lot, by the way. We get sarcastic.
It doesn't get any better than this. Besides, if you hated my absolutely acidic personality, you probably don't watch my videos. Will you get anything out of this? No, because this is a video that I made half as a joke, even though I don't know what I'm going to do for the next expansion, but will probably, inevitably, end up in Party Finder. Probably your Party Finder. Just so I can make an egregious mistake right at the end of the run and be told how worthless I am. Now,
yo, there was someone in his party called Barra Daddy, by the way. That was pretty great.
Now let's get out there and continue to make only the most costly mistakes.
I'll be honest, like, even just saying I'll lose a bit of uptime to do mechanics, like, that's a fucking win in my books. Like, that's so fucking rare. Doing mechanics, learning mechanics, not trying to just go for top passes in prog, like, sign me up, dude. That's crazy. And in regards to like the labels and such, yeah, I don't know, man. It just doesn't matter. Like, you find a group that caters to what you can do. And that's really the only bit that matters. I've seen semi-hardcore 5-hour-week schedules. Yeah, that's not semi-hardcore. I think semi-hardcore is a mix of skill and time. Sorry, like these labels, sorry, not just semi-hardcore. It's a mix of skill and time. But then you could have hardcore hours groups that will suck dick and they don't even clear week 1 despite going like 16 hours a day. And at that point, you're just really worried. Unless they're completely blind and like new to the game. So, don't know, man. It's weird. But good video. I love this guy. I love like his sarcasm and like just his dry humor. It really appeals to me. It's good shit. And honestly, like despite the satire and jokes, I'd take him into a group. I don't know what kind of group he would want to be in, but I'd take him. He's funny and he actually does. It does seem like he has a good attitude. And also he likes cat girls. Always a good bonus. Anyway, I need to go pee.